Don't stop, keep going. A boy named Leo stood on a long path, and far away he could see a very big mountain. The mountain was blue and gray, and the top was white with snow, even though the sun was warm and yellow in the big blue sky. Leo wanted to go to the mountain. He did not know why, he just felt he had to go. So he started to walk. His feet were in small brown shoes. He put his left foot forward, then he put his right foot forward. He was walking. The path was made of dirt and small stones. The stones were gray and white and brown. Leo looked at his feet as he walked. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. It was a good sound. The sun was on his back. It felt warm. A small bird flew past his head. The bird was blue. It made a happy sound. Cheep, cheep. Leo smiled. This was a good day to walk. He walked for a long time. The sun moved in the sky. It was higher now. It was hotter now. Leo felt a little sweat on his face. He wiped it with his hand. His hand was small. He was still walking. Left foot, right foot. The mountain was still far away. It looked the same size. It did not look closer. Leo thought, this is a very long walk. He looked around. He saw green grass on both sides of the path. He saw yellow flowers in the grass. The flowers were small. A butterfly, yellow like the flowers, flew from one flower to another flower. Leo watched the butterfly. It was beautiful. Then he looked at the mountain again. The big, far-away mountain. He thought, I must keep going. So he walked more. He walked and walked. His legs began to feel tired, just a little tired. He saw a big rock by the side of the path. The rock was warm from the sun. Leo went to the rock and sat down. He took a deep breath. The air was clean and good. He looked back down the path. He could see a long way. He had walked a long way. He looked forward. The mountain was still there. It was still far. He felt a little sad. The mountain was so far. He thought, maybe I should go back. My home is back there. He stood up. He looked back. The path was long. He looked forward. The path was also long. But in front of him was the mountain, the beautiful mountain. He remembered the feeling that he had to go there. So he turned his back to his home. He faced the mountain. He said to himself quietly, don't stop, keep going. He got back on the path. He started to walk again. Left foot, right foot. He walked and he walked. The sun was very high in the sky now. It was the middle of the day. It was very hot. His shirt was wet with sweat. He was thirsty. He wished he had water. He did not have water. His mouth was dry. He saw a small hill in front of him. The path went up the hill. It was not a big hill, but it looked hard. To walk up a hill is harder than to walk on a flat path. His legs were already tired. He looked at the hill and he wanted to stop. He wanted to lie down in the green grass and sleep. But the mountain was behind the hill. He could not see the mountain now because of the hill. He had to go over the hill to see the mountain again, so he walked to the bottom of the hill. He took a big breath. He started to climb. One step, it was hard, another step. His legs felt heavy. The sun was very, very hot. He was breathing hard. He looked at his feet, only his feet. Don't look up, he thought, just look at your feet. One foot, then the other. He kept going. Slowly, so slowly. The small stones on the path moved under his shoes. He had to be careful. He did not want to fall. He was halfway up the hill. He stopped for a moment. He looked back. The world looked smaller from here. He looked up. The top of the hill was not so far now. He thought, I can do this, I can do this, I will not stop. He started to walk again, faster now. He wanted to be at the top. He walked and walked, and then the path was flat again. He was at the top of the hill. He felt the wind. The wind was cool on his hot face. It felt so good. He closed his eyes and felt the wind. Then he opened his eyes. He saw it. The mountain. It was closer now. Yes, it was really closer. It looked bigger. He could see more of the gray rock. He could see more of the white snow. He felt happy, so happy. The tired feeling in his legs was not so bad now. The thirsty feeling in his mouth was not so bad now. Seeing the mountain made him feel strong. He smiled a big smile. He stayed at the top of the hill for a few minutes. He looked at the mountain. His mountain. Then he started to walk again. It was easy now. He was walking down the other side of the hill. Down is easy. He almost ran down. He felt good. He was at the bottom of the hill. The path was flat again. He kept walking. Left foot, right foot, he was happy. The mountain was closer. He was doing it. After a while, he heard a new sound. It was the sound of water. He walked a little more and he saw it. A river. The river crossed the path. The water was clear and blue. It moved fast over small, smooth rocks. The sound was beautiful. Splash, gurgle, splash. Leo went to the edge of the river. He put his hands in the water. The water was so cold, it was wonderful. He splashed the cold water on his face, on his neck. He cupped his hands. He made a small bowl with his hands. He filled his hands with water and he drank. The water was clean and cold and the best water in the world. He drank a lot. He was not thirsty anymore. He felt new. He felt strong, but now there was a problem. The path stopped at the river. It started again on the other side. But how to get to the other side? The river was not very deep. Maybe he could walk through it, but the water was fast. And the rocks at the bottom were slippery. He looked to his left. He looked to his right. He saw some big rocks in the river. They were like steps. A line of big, gray rocks going to the other side. He could jump from rock to rock. Yes, he could do that. The first rock was near the edge. He took a small jump. He landed on the rock. It was a good, strong rock. It did not move. Okay. The next rock was a little farther away. He had to take a bigger jump. He bent his knees. He jumped. He landed on the second rock. This one was a little wet, a little slippery. He stood very still for a moment. He was okay. He looked at the next rock, another jump. He did it. He was in the middle of the river now. The water was loud all around him. He felt the spray of the water on his legs. It was exciting. He had a few more rocks to go. He jumped. And jumped again. He was almost there, one last jump. It was the biggest jump. He took a deep breath. He thought about the mountain. He jumped. His feet hit the last rock, and then he jumped from the rock to the other side of the river. He was on the path again. He turned and looked back at the river. He had crossed it. He felt proud. He felt very proud of himself. He smiled. I did not stop, he said out loud. His voice was small in the sound of the river. He turned back to the path. He kept walking. The sun was starting to go down now. It was not in the middle of Thesky anymore. It was moving to the west. The light was more yellow, more gold. The shadows were long. Leo knew that soon it would be night. He needed to find a place to rest. He walked and he saw a big tree. The tree had many green leaves and its branches were thick. Under the tree was a soft patch of green moss. It looked like a soft bed. Leo went to the tree. He sat down on the moss. It was very soft. He leaned his back against the trunk of the tree. The tree was strong and old. He looked at the mountain. The setting sun made the snow on the top of the mountain look pink and orange. It was so beautiful. Leo felt very tired now, a good tired. He had walked so far, he had climbed a hill, he had crossed a river. He closed his eyes, he thought, I will just rest a little. And he fell asleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, the world was dark. The moon was in the sky. It was a big white circle. Thousands of small, white stars were all around the moon. It was quiet. The only sound was the soft sound of the wind in the leaves of the big tree. Leo was not scared. The moon and the stars were like friendly lights in the dark. He could see the shape of the big mountain. It was a big, dark shape against the night sky. It looked even bigger at night. He was hungry. He had not eaten all day. He looked around. Near the tree, he saw a small bush. The bush had dark red berries on it. He didn't know if they were good to eat. But a small night animal, like a mouse, was eating them. The mouse looked fine, so Leo thought they were probably okay. He picked one berry. He smelled it. It smelled sweet. He ate it. It was sweet and a little sour. It was good. He ate more berries. He did not eat a lot, just a few. His stomach felt better. He was not so hungry now. He knew he could not walk in the dark. The path was not easy to see. So he sat under the tree. He waited. He watched the moon move across the sky. He thought about his long walk. He thought about the mountain. He was much closer now. He knew that tomorrow he would walk again. He would keep going. He did not feel sad or tired anymore. He felt patient. He felt strong. He leaned his head back and he slept again. The sun woke him up. The first light of the morning was pink and soft. The birds were singing their morning songs. Cheep, cheep, cheep. It was a new day. Leo stood up. He stretched his arms and his legs. He felt good. He ate a few more berries for breakfast. He looked at the path. The path was waiting for him. He looked at the mountain. The mountain was waiting for him. The morning sun made the snow on top shine. It was calling to him. He started to walk. Left foot, right foot. The air was cool and fresh. It was a good morning for walking. He walked for a long time. The sun got higher. The day got warmer. He passed through a field of tall, white flowers. They smelled so sweet. Bees were buzzing around the flowers. Buzz, buzz, Leo was happy. This was a beautiful part of the walk, but then the path changed. It went into a forest. The trees were very tall. Their leaves were dark green. They were so close together that not much sun came through. The path was darker here. It was also cooler. Leo walked into the forest. The sounds changed. The happy bird songs were gone. Now he heard the sound of the wind in the tall trees. Whoosh, whoosh. He heard the sound of his own feet on the ground. Crunch, crunch. It was very quiet. He felt a little alone, a little scared. The path was hard to see sometimes. There were roots from the big trees on the path. He had to be careful not to trip. He walked slowly. He looked around. The trees looked like big, tall giants. He could not see the sky. He could not see the sun, and he could not see the mountain. He did not know if he was going the right way. He felt lost. He stopped. He thought, "Where is the mountain? I cannot see it. Maybe I am walking the wrong way. Maybe I should go back to the sun and the flowers." He felt a cold feeling of fear. This forest was dark and strange. He wanted to run, but where would he run? Back. The way back was long. He did not want to go back. He wanted to go to the mountain. He closed his eyes. He took a deep breath. He told himself, "The path is here. The path knows the way. The path will take me through the forest. I must trust the path. I must not stop. I must keep going." He opened his eyes. He looked at the path in front of him. It was dark, but it was there. He took a step, then another step. He walked. He did not look at the dark shadows between the trees. He just looked at the path, his feet, his shoes, one foot in front of the other. He started to count his steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. He counted to 100, then he started again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting helped. It made him feel calm. He walked for a very long time in the dark, quiet forest. He just kept walking. He did not stop. And then he saw something in front of him. A little light, a small spot of yellow light. He walked faster. The light got bigger. It was the sun. He walked more, and then he was out of the forest. He stood in the warm, bright sunlight. He blinked his eyes. The light was so bright. He looked around. The forest was behind him now. In front of him was an open field, and in the field he saw it. The mountain. It was so close now. So close. He could see the lines of rock on the side. He could see the individual trees at the bottom of the mountain. It was huge. It was bigger and more beautiful than he had ever thought. He felt a huge wave of happiness. He had done it. He had walked through the dark forest. He had not given up. He had kept going. He wanted to shout. He wanted to run. He started to walk again, but now he was not just walking. He was almost dancing. His steps were light. He was not tired at all. He felt like he could walk forever. The path went through the green field. It went straight to the bottom of the mountain. He could see the end of his walk. He walked, and the mountain got bigger and bigger. It filled the whole world in front of him. He could feel the cold air coming down from the snow on the top. He could smell the pine trees that grew on the mountain. He walked the last part of the path. His small brown shoes touched the hard rock at the very bottom of the big mountain. He was here. He had arrived. He put his hand on the rock of the mountain. The rock was cold and rough. It was real. He had walked for so long. He had been tired and thirsty and scared. But he did not stop. He looked up. The mountain was so tall. The top was high in the blue sky. He did not need to climb it. Just being here at the bottom was enough. He turned around. He looked back at the long, long path. He could see the green field. He could see the dark forest. Far away, he could see the small hill. And even farther away, he could almost see the place where he started. The path was so long. He had walked it all. He was just a small boy, but he had done a very big thing. He felt a deep, quiet happiness in his heart. He was tired, but he did not stop, and so he was here.